My name is Edith Salen. I'm 102 years old, and tonight, for the first time in 83 years, I'm going to play the piano again. Not because I want to, because I owe someone a goodbye. I used to play every day. They called me a prodigy. I could play with my eyes closed, like the piano was part of my heartbeat. But after 1942 I stopped. The last time I played was in a locked room with no windows. It was supposed to be a hiding place, but it felt more like a tomb. My husband, David, and I were on the run. We had nowhere to go, so someone hid us in a storage room beneath an old church. There was a piano there, broken keys, out of tune, covered in dust, but it was all we had. For over a year, David asked me to play, said it reminded him of a time before sirens and whispers, so I played, even when we were cold, even when we were hungry, even when silence felt safer. And on the coldest night of that winter, when his hands were too numb to hold mine, he asked me to play something happy. I played Clair de Lune. He died before I reached the final note. When I was rescued, I was no longer a girl, just skin, bones, and grief. I left the piano behind and I swore never to play again. Life moved forward. I remarried. I had children. I lost many. I smiled when I had to, but the room never left me. It came back in dreams, in the quiet, in the cracks of everyday life. And always I could hear David saying, "Just one more song, Edith." So tonight, after 83 years, I sat down at my granddaughter's piano. My fingers, old, fragile, still remembered. And as I played, I wasn't 102 anymore. I was 19, in that hidden room, with the man I loved, with no windows, no escape, no time left. He never got his final song, so tonight he will.
My name is Anton Petrov. I'm 101 years old, and this is a violin. I haven't played it in over 80 years, but every year on this day, I bring it here, to this train station, to this same bench, and I sit, and I wait. I was 21 when the war began, a small village near Kyiv. My mother died young, and my father worked the rail lines. I grew up among smoke and steel, but my heart belonged to music. I saw her at this very platform. Her name was Sophia. She had a blue ribbon in her hair and a worn book of Chopin in her hand. She smiled like someone who had never known war, and somehow she loved me. Every Sunday I played for her. No stage, no audience, just trains coming and going and the sound of my violin singing for her. In 1943, they took her. I begged, I screamed, I offered myself in her place, but they pulled her away. Before she vanished, she turned and whispered, "Wait for me. One day I'll return," on the 6:20 train. After that, I never played again. The war ended. Cities were rebuilt, but my heart was not. Every year since, on this very day, I return to this bench with this violin, and I wait. They told me to move on. They said she was gone. But true love doesn't keep time. It only keeps faith. Last year, a woman sat beside me, elderly, quiet, in her hands a tattered Chopin book. Without a word, she gave me a letter. Inside was a photo. Sophia, older, wrinkled, but alive. She had survived, sent to a labor camp, escaped, but she thought I had forgotten her. The woman said, "She passed away 2 months ago, but before she died, she said, 'There's a man at a train station with a violin and a broken heart. Find him.' So here I am, 101 years old, and tonight, for the first time in 80 years, I will play." Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.